Welcome back to Carbon Online. So now you have finished your screener and your Diagnostic A pretest in both the Pathblazer reading and the Pathblazer math. So once you have completed those two items, you're now going to have a individualized learning path that has been created just for you. And it's going to address different concepts and skills that are showing that you have not quite mastered or even learned yet. With the exception of our kindergarten students, everybody missed an entire quarter of school last year. That was a lot of new instruction that you have not even been exposed to. So this learning path is going to be fantastic to help you get an opportunity to either practice or even learn some of those skills that you haven't shown mastery yet. So once your diagnostic is finished, you're going to notice that I still have nothing checked off here, but that's okay. I have taken the diagnostic, but when I click on it now, you can see I know I finished it because now I have a check mark here on Diagnostic A pretest. That's telling me it is complete. I also know that because my snowflake has moved on to the next tile, which means this is where I need to start. And you can see it has a very similar title, but when I click on it, this is now showing me I now have a learning path. Based off Diagnostic A and what I scored on that test, I now have a path specific for me to learn and practice new skills. So as I just look at the screen, I can see I have several tiles that are grayed out. That means that on the test, I showed that I had enough understanding or a mastery of those skills, so I'm not going to be retaking lessons or practice activities in those areas. But I can see that right here where I have my snowflake, this is where I'm going to start. So I'm going to click on my snowflake, and when I do, it tells me, oh, here is your learning path for explain major differences between poems, drama, and I can't see the rest of the title, but it's going to show right here. Here's my snowflake. I'm going to start with some instruction, and then I'm going to have some supported practice. And down here it says there's a resource available. This is something I can click on, and it could be a worksheet that could be printed or some other connected resource for my supported practice. And then I'm going to be taking a quiz to make sure, was I really focused and paying attention, and I've learned what I needed to learn? So here's a quiz. This tells me up in the corner that on the quiz, if I don't score at least 80% on that quiz, it's going to send me back and it's going to want me to relearn that and re-practice it and give it another try. So anytime you see this, it's a good sign that says, really do your best, because you may need a little extra practice, and that's okay if you do, but that's just a sign. So here I am. I can go backwards by clicking my little tabs going backwards. Back to the beginning, back to my home screen if I want to go all the way back home. So, Diagnostic A, it's again very important that when you're doing your diagnostic test or when you're doing your individualized learning paths, that you're giving us your very best effort. Every single day, you're going to be working in Pathblazer reading and Pathblazer math, because these learning tasks are specific to what you need to be successful in school. In a few days, you're going to notice that a blue tile titled Odyssey is going to be showing up right here next to Pathblazer Math, and it's going to be connected to those skills that are specific to the grade that you're in right now. So all of these tabs are going to be very important every day. When this tab, the blue Odyssey tab, becomes available, you're going to get another video that's going to explain to you how much time to spend in each of these tiles each day. So don't worry about it. Right now, we're going to work on our screener. We're going to do our Diagnostic A pretest in both reading and math. And then if you finish those, because it's going to take some time, you're going to go back into Pathblazer reading or Pathblazer math, and you're going to be practicing those individualized learning paths every day and just practicing and getting better at being focused. Remember, take some breaks. We're not asking anyone to sit down and just work on a computer and over for hours and hours. We would never do that in a school setting. We're not going to do that at our home setting. So it's really important that you start building a schedule, making sure you recognize when it's time to take a break, and just always doing your best. And if you get that Odyssey tile before you get the next video, just let it rest there. Wait until you get specific information before you start clicking into the Odyssey tile. You can just work on your learning path within reading and math until that information comes.